Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tailgating with Lot C. I'm Joe, and I'm here with Mark.
How's it going, everyone?
And today we're serving up some food for thought on Double Masters, Jumpstart, and some Historic.
A lot of going on today.
So today it is the 20th, which is the first day of Double Masters spoilers. And already today we have a lot to look at. So beyond what we already knew about, which was like the Lightsteel Colossus and
Kalia the Vast and others, Mana Crypts.
Mana Crypts, right? We've already gotten like quite a bit.
Oh yeah, lots of big reprints and lots more to come, I think.
Lots of expensive reprints. The first one I think I'd like to mention is Jace. It's been reprinted.
Jace, the Mind Sculptor. For all you Modern players out there that go way back, you'll know that he is pretty expensive. Yeah, he's been around $120 in the past, maybe more of that.
Yeah, at one
down
point,
to 80 now.
At one point, he was up there, and because he doesn't quite fit in Modern right now.
No, he isn't quite
in a lot of decks.
It's not bad.
He's not bad. He's never really bad. If you have him on the board, he's not bad. He's never going to be bad.
No, that free brainstorm every turn is pretty good.
He's probably one of the best planeswalkers ever printed.
True. Very true.
I mean, he's up there with, Karn Liberated. Some of these that are legal and only legacy. Yeah, so he was sitting at around $80, and now with this reprint, he's definitely going to go down in price by.
Yeah, I'm thinking 50 mark.
He's going to be around the 50 mark, which makes him way more affordable for a lot of people.
Yeah, I've never even considered putting in a deck because before he was $120, I'm like, even if I want to play control, which if I were to, I would be open to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in this current meta. I don't want to play with 3 fairy, but
I'd
be like, maybe I'm open to it, but I just see that price. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's so far, that's what the common theme for these spoilers are. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we have a few
Lux Cannon's fine.
Lux Cannon, yeah. that was like an $8 card.
Champion of Landbolt, I believe, is the other one. Mm-hmm. That's it's fine.
Yeah, and a couple duds like Grim Lavamancer.
Yeah, it was already reprinted.
Just reprinted in Jumpstart, which
it's a good card.
It's fine to have for maybe limited play or whatever.
It fits the theme, I suppose, with Double Masters. You tap it down and it exiles and does 2 damage. So I guess if you want to do it that way.
Another one that just got reprinted is Karn Liberated.
Absolutely, Karn Liberated, and all 3 Urza lands with new promo arts, and all 4 promo arts fit into a Mirage artwork, which is pretty dang good looking,
like a panorama,
indeed,
sort of as it goes across, which is really, really cool,
really awesome.
When you look at it, kind of like either with the cards right next to each other or
just the original
art form, it looks really awesome, super creative,
awesome.
And also we got Expedition Map reprinted to go along with it, so it's already today's basically a Tron theme.
Yeah, you Tron players are really, really lucky. Core 21 comes out, you get Ugin. Now you got all these guys coming out. You have all your land base and Karn Liberated. What the heck?
It's going to be nice because Urza lands are going to be worth.
Wormcoil Engine is also in the set.
Wormcoil Engine's also in the set. Yeah, we didn't even think about it. Tron basically got their best cards.
Just give them Ancient Strengths. Does it fit the theme? Maybe not. Just get it.
I don't know.
You got Expedition Map.
It might fit.
Where's Chromatic Sphere? Chromatic Sphere and Chromatic Star. They're going in the set already. Confirmed. We already know it's going to happen.
It's a Tron set,
a joke, but
is what it seems like.
Yeah.
But it's really not, because we also got Exploration.
Oh, the new artwork. Chef's kiss.
I'd like to.
So nice.
You guys are probably looking at it on the screen now, and the artwork for these box toppers.
It's gorgeous.
Besides Jace. Jace actually is just getting his original artwork for his box topper promo version, which is fine. His artwork is pretty iconic and kind of loved by everybody already, so I understand that a little bit. But yeah, for Exploration, Expedition Map, Karn Liberated,
Wormcoil Engine,
several of these cards.
Not officially previewed, but Dark Confidant is going to be in the set because apparently he's on the one of the front of the booster packs. So Dark Confidant, I don't know what's Bob sitting at price wise now. Probably
he's pretty expensive.
Was he recently? He was at 40 at the lowest, I think. We could maybe put it on the screen if we figure it out later. But Bob at one point was like $100. Was he not? When The Rock was at its peak, he was $100.
He was definitely. Right now he is. The cheapest copy you can buy is $46.
Yeah, so he's nowhere near cheap at this point.
Yeah, so he's definitely an expensive card. So yeah, though that's not necessarily a confirmed reprint coming. We did see it in the artwork on the booster pack.
Which it's going to be. It has to be.
It's going to be on there in the set if it was printed on there.
Yeah. A couple more decent. Lux Cannon was reprinted, which is fine. It's a decent commander card. If you're playing a deck that doesn't have incredible removal, destroys permanents. There's also
Engineered Explosives.
Engineered Explosives is a really nice reprint. I think, I think the cheapest might be $10. I know when I bought a 5th Dawn version was $20.
You can get it for about $8 right now.
But hey, I'm not going to complain.
A reprint's a reprint.
Terraced Dawn, Terraced Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
That was reprinted. I don't know how expensive it is, so that might be more of a dud. And then another Sharum the Hegemon, Legendary Sphinx, reprinted.
Mm-hmm.
So those are a few of the lower ones, but, I think there was no way they were going to be able to keep printing $50 or more cards over and over again. There's just not that many until you get like reserve lists, which they're not going to reprint.
I'm still crossing my fingers for Mana Drain, though.
Yeah, Mana Drain, I think it definitely should get reprinted. I mean, $140 right now. It's like no one's going to pay that.
Either in this or in the Commander set coming later.
It's got to be. Sculpting Steel's another one. Just enter the battlefield as an artifact as a copy of another artifact. Good commander card.
Sword of War and Peace was reprinted.
Yeah, Sword of War and Peace. All the swords are expensive.
$40, $20, $25 card.
It's not going to be cheap. All the swords went up.
I know it's got to be around $25 to $30.
Probably. All the swords went up.
That's another expensive reprint.
There's another kind of dudder is a Magus of the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's fine. It's a 4-mana card. Yeah, the Sword of War and Peace promo art is also really, really nice. Just kind of going through the pillar.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Really nice artwork. Glimmer Void and Blinkmoth. Or is it Blinkmoth Nexus? Yeah, Blinkmoth Nexus is the one.
Blinkmoth Nexus, yeah.
A staple infect and Glimmer Void goes into a lot of different, artifact commander decks or even maybe modern decks, depending. I think it might have been played in Hardened Scales when it was at the top. I think there was a Glimmer Void in there.
Yeah, Affinities run it before Hardened Scales has run it. I believe even some Urza lists will still run it.
So it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, Glimmer Void has been reprinted a few times. It used to be around like a $10 to $15 card.
Yeah, it's definitely
back in the day, but it's been reprinted. I mean, but still, I mean, going for it'll probably be maybe worth $3 after this reprinting.
Which we don't want them to be high valued necessarily.
Right.
And then a couple of really nice ones. One personally for me is Conjurer's Closet. I love that card.
Mm-hmm.
For any of you that see, there's going to be. Or is this going to come out after?
Yes, it'll be out already.
So for you, those who've seen the Emil deck tech we've done, I know Conjurer's Closet was in there, even though it's an $8 card. Now it should be a little bit less now, so that's pretty good.
Always nice.
And then Alphalstrix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Card I kind of wish was in Modern, personally.
Legacy staple.
Maybe a little bit too powerful, but regardless of a really, really powerful card being reprinted.
Mm-hmm.
Rex Sage got a new artwork, or I think it's an artwork that's been used before, but not the typical artwork.
Yeah, it's more of a promo artwork.
And then 2 others are Thought Reflection and Boon Reflection, which are just double up your life gain, double up your card draw enchantments. So those ones fit the theme pretty well.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's all of them right now that we know of, besides the originals of Kalias and Mana Crypt. So I think that'll round out all the previews today we've seen as of Monday.
Yeah, and this is Monday, July 20th, and we still have 10 days of spoilers ahead of us. So what you're hearing us talk about, obviously, we don't know what else has come.
Who knows?
If you guys
maybe
maybe
the original duels have been reprinted and we're looking like fools, which I wouldn't complain.
That would be absolutely nuts.
I would love to put them in any commander deck,
mm-hmm.
although even if they were reprinted, they'd still be like $150, I would guess. So maybe not yet.
$150 for any duel is pretty good.
But it would be a cheap one, that's for sure. I would love to get my hands on Bayou or Badlands and whatnots.
Oh, yeah. Volcanic Island is a little bit pricey right now.
Any of them.
So obviously we know now that they're printing cards that are worth a lot of money.
They have to.
They're not really holding back. Obviously we're not getting fetch lands in this set,
which sucks.
But it is what it is. We already know that we're not getting them.
I would hold back. Yes, I'd say they promised in a set. So for all I know that everyone's angry about fetch lands. I am too. Obviously, it's kind of been dead at this point of how long they put it off. But they said the set. So if it's not in Commander Legends, which I'm saying it's been in the last few months, then by all means we can all just riot because it's ridiculous. So hold out for a little longer, guys, please.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So What other cards do you think we're going to see now that we know that they really are putting these expensive reprints in there? What else do you think we might see?
I have two that I'm not going to say certain, but I'd be surprised if they don't go in at this point, which are the two I would see are Chalice of the Void and Walking Ballista.
Chalice
I don't see how they don't go in.
Those make sense. I mean, obviously, you have to pay the 2x. It fits the theme.
They're expensive.
They are
Ballista's
expensive.
like 25 to 30 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, between Eldrazi-Tron and Pioneer.
And any other decks and Commander, it's a staple as well.
Walking Ballista has really gone up in price. You used to be able to pick it up for $8 to $10 back in the day.
Yeah. It's so good. It fits so many decks.
Yeah. So those, I agree with those two.
And Chalice especially, since it's still probably around the 50 mark, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but if I look it up really quick, I can imagine that it's not a cheap card.
I'm hoping to see a Liliana the Veil. I think it fits the theme.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with
affects, forcing two players to discard a card.
That makes sense.
It's a modern staple. I think that could really use a price reduction.
Yeah, throw Thoughtseize in while you're at it, please.
Thoughtseize, you take 2 life when you cast it. That fits the theme.
No, I would love that so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that really do need a price reduction. And for this set, I'm hoping to see a fair bit of modern love. Obviously, we've already gotten a little bit when it comes to Tron. We've also gotten a lot of Commander love so far. I'm hoping to see more modern love, considering we do have Commander Legends coming out later this year.
I know Commander is the biggest set, and there's a lot of expensive cards, but there are still some in modern. It's like, let's lower the price on these a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, fetch lines being the bigger one.
Right, because obviously we've said it 100 times, but price is basically the one thing that keeps people from, moving from standard or whatever other games they're playing to the modern format, because they look at the prices of some of these cards and they go,
no thanks.
And if we, if we're not going to get fetch lands in this set, at least give us some of the more expensive cards, which they seem to be doing, but just hopefully it doesn't, kind of trickle off as the spoiler season comes out.
Hopefully it's not like a standard set where, you get down to the last dregs of 3 or 2 days left and it's just garbage and garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Just to confirm, the price of Chalice of the Void as of right now is $34. So not quite as expensive as I thought, which makes sense because Prison is not being played that much at the moment. Could rise with the Arkham's banning.
Yeah, now that Arkham's Astrolabe's gone, those decks that just spam Blood Moons have been being played more. So that could go up in price as a result, which just means another reason for a reprint.
But still, at $34, it's not exactly cheap, what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I agree with you on that sentiment of, to talk about land base, not getting fetches. I think there's a good opportunity for them to print some lands that have not seen reprints in a while, specifically mostly the fast lands and the hybrid mana lands, your Twilight Mires, your the Mystic Gates and what have you.
Right.
A couple of them haven't seen reprints ever, just printed in Shadowmoor. I believe half the set, the Boros one is in one of them, and then Twilight Mire as well, they were printed in Masters 25.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to play Commander, obviously your land base can only be singleton beyond basic lands. Mm-hmm. So you're going to put in every single good land, the check lands like Sea of Clouds, that see if you have 2 more opponents. Mystic Gate, if you're playing Azorius as well, is another one where it's like, well, that perfectly goes in. It's an untap and it's basically tap for 2 if you needed to.
Yeah.
They're like 20 some. They range from $15 to $25 each, if not more.
Yeah, I would hope to see both those and even Shocklands be reprinted.
Yeah, I mean, Breeding Pool's like $30.
I mean, if it fits the theme, absolutely. They tap for 2 colors. You take 2 damage when they come in.
Yeah,
I don't
fast
see
lands.
Why they
you
don't,
need 2. You can only have 2 other lands before it goes on the battlefield.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
It all fits the theme, and they all need to be reprinted.
But bun off the theme at the end of the day, just reprint because they're expensive. I don't care.
Right, that's true. I don't. That's the thing. Also, is
exploration doesn't fit the theme in my point. I don't care. I'm happy about the reprint.
Then you get to play one land, then you get to play another.
But you could play 4 or whatever.
The theme. I don't know that the theme is actually going to matter that much in the long run because I mean,
there's a few that.
Then again, when I think about it, Wormcoil Engine dies. He creates 2 tokens. I don't know.
Yeah, Jace. How does
Jace? I don't know.
Does it an uptick or a downtick have a -2 or +2? I mean, whatever. That's such a little. Either way, regardless.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things.
Yeah, so I would but that land base, I feel like there's got to be an expensive land base that also needs to go in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those 2 are prime candidates.
Definitely.
Yeah, Shocks would be fine too, but I think those are two. I think that because Mysticate only got reprinted only got printed once in Shadowmoor. It's like it's a commander land-based staple.
Yeah.
For decks, it's like these cards need to be in somewhere.
I agree.
So I'm really hoping to see those for sure, as well as the two that I've already mentioned.
Yeah, so far it's been looking really good. We've gotten, like we've said, a lot of really cool reprints. It's the first day. We still have a lot more to look forward to. Got about 10 days to be constantly refreshing our Twitter feed to see what's coming out. And spoiler season's always a ton of fun. So
yeah, absolutely.
Really looking forward to seeing what comes next for Double Masters.
I am expecting like 8 days of. I don't think this day alone is going to be the one where all these expensive cards are coming out. I'm expecting at least 8 days of just banger cards being reprinted, because if you're going to put out a $315 box, the rares pretty much every pack you open is going to need to be something of some decent value every time.
$115 VIP boosters.
I mean that alone is ridiculous. I mean, but
I understand wanting to purchase the premium products, but
like $100, it's a booster pack.
It's a booster pack for $115.
I understand it's collector, but usually you go to the store in a standard set, you go to buy a $4 booster pack, and then it's like, no, this one collector, it's $115. It's like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah, pretty ridiculous.
No, I'm never gonna buy that. I mean, for all you, big wig, deep pockets out there, go ahead and do what you want, but I mean, no common man pretty much is going to buy that.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like even people that are
well off,
I don't know that they're going to want to spend that kind of cash on a booster.
Only as an investment of anything else.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe buy the booster, don't open it, keep it for 15, 20 years and sell it for
like $500
$1,000 in a few years.
Maybe there's a lot of kind of like the Akori collectors. Maybe you pretty much only get maybe you get a value of like $150 back every time. You want to do that, but it's like, I don't got the, spare cash to be doing that all the time.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, but Double Masters overall is looking pretty good. I'm excited for it. So yeah, another whole spoiler season to go.
Yeah, let's look forward to.
We'll see what we get.
Better be good.
So something else that happened recently is Arena got Jumpstart. I think was like the 16th or 17th, just a few days ago.
Yeah. No more than 5 days ago.
Yeah. So, in order to play Jumpstart or get some of these new cards, there's a few ways you can do it. You can redeem them with wild cards, which is a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. And then the other way was through the Jumpstart event that they had, and I think it was 400 gems. To enter or 2,000 gold.
Yeah, that's definitely 2,000 gold. I think it might have been 400 gems. Something like
so the pricing makes sense to me, because if you're going to buy a booster pack on Arena, it's 1,000 gold or roughly 200 gems, which makes sense.
The value makes sense.
But you go in there and you get your 2 packs, you open them up, and they are the random kind of not so random, but
the specific packs.
Specific packs themselves.
Witchcraft, enchantment, spooky, blah,
devils, whatever set you have to crack, obviously. So then there's the common sets, there's the uncommons, and then there's the rare sets. And each one has a various different cards from Jumpstart in them in a different makeup, whether it's reanimate, and the reanimate might have a few different cards that the other reanimate won't have if it's a common set.
True.
Which was interesting. But overall, I think the way that Jumpstart was implemented was okay.
Yeah, I think it was, at least was fun. It's very different. I think it was nice about it.
Yeah, I think once I realized that to get my rares or mythic rares for the 2 wins in the set, that I could just immediately scoop if I think I'm not definitely going to win. Because there was no negative to doing that. Just quick hop out, get into another game, get your 1 to 2 rare or mythic rare from winning the 2 games, resign, go ahead and throw down another 400 gems, which is expensive, but was a pretty easy way to start filling out the collection. Beyond that, you kind of just need to spend all your wild cards on it, which another set to have to buy another bunch of packs, which is unfortunate because I'm starting to get to the point where I have almost every card.
Yeah, it's hurting on the wallet a little bit.
And it hurts on the wallet when you need to buy a bunch of gems just to start rolling the get the rare counter going so that you can finally get that mythic rare card or a few more rares as you're opening up these packs.
Yeah, I think that it's a little bit weird. I know, I understand that promoting the Jumpstart, box itself, the point of it was get 2 booster packs with friends and paper, or obviously an arena now, kind of put them together and then play a game and just get going. Good for new players, just to get quick games going and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of replace those old game night products, which were just bad.
Oh, yeah.
Others were so boring.
Mm-hmm.
And it made, the whole thing, as I've said in the past, Magic's fun because it's a little bit of complex, and I understand that going into it, you don't maybe want such complex, stack triggers and blah, blah, blah. But what they put, it was so dumbed down, it was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I don't see why they didn't just put in booster packs, why they didn't need to do that. If you want to be able to play the event, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. I personally don't play much like Cube or Draft or much not. I know it's pretty fun once in a while, but it's just not what I enjoy more. I play Constructed most of the time, and it's how I like doing it. So I don't like the concept necessarily being shoehorned into that, but it was fun. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. At the very least, you just needed to get your 2 wins and hop out. It was interesting when you would sometimes get a few packs that just do not synergize with each other at all.
Yeah, some of them don't. That's for sure.
And obviously, there are some packs that you open them up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna win because I got this rare.
Yeah,
pack.
the blue one with like the ops and unsubstantiates and whatnots and the flaring crack, and that one's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That I was playing against someone, and I was playing with the witchcraft and a white deck combined, which was doing well. And this person was not playing very optimally, and he or she still just rolled me because I couldn't do much. The card draw, they drew like 13 more cards than I did. It was ridiculous. But it wasn't that big a deal anyway. Again, as you said, I just left the game and played onwards. And I get, again, the value is there because I know that every pack has a rare. So I think 24 of the 121 of the specific packs themselves had double rares in some fashion. So that was pretty cool. And if you get your 2 wins, you're guaranteed to get 2 more. So it is good value.
Yeah, you are getting a decent.
They're not jipping you.
The only main complaint was that it didn't have any duplicate protection.
Yeah, which kind. That's a whole other case with Arena with a core 21, core 20 lands.
Which, yeah, you're gonna have trouble with duplicate protection no matter what packs you're opening.
And it's gonna be a bigger deal from now until Arena keeps growing and growing.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're like 10, 11, 12 sets in.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to see the issues here because now that reprints keep going, it's like, all right, well, if say you were going from like Return to Ravnica shocks and to Ravnica like Allegiance shocks, it's like, okay, yeah, they have different artwork and it kind of makes sense, but it's like core 20 Temple of Malady, core 21 Temple of Malady, the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
And they're 4 sets away from each other. It's like what the heck's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yes, that'd probably be my only complaint, really. If you want the cards, you're gonna have to spend the money, whether you want them on Arena or you want them on. Well, you don't have to if you wanted to.
It's a lot of money. You could have saved up your
gold. You could have saved up your gold to 2,000 and spend it that way, which is always an option for packs.
Yeah, it's the common case with a lot of video games or card games. It's either you spend a lot of money or spend a lot of time, and either way, something's going to be taken from you.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends what you want to do.
So that was the Jumpstart event. I thought it was unique. I thought it was a fun thing to do. But the most important thing about it to me was that Jumpstart cards were added to Historic.
Mm-hmm.
So the Historic card pool is already pretty big between the couple anthology series that we got into Historic, as well as now that we have Jumpstart and, of course, all the cards from the standard sets. Historic's looking really good right now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely looking like a really, really fun prospect. And maybe there's something I actually look forward to now that Pioneers pretty much died. So there's another format to look forward to a little bit.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of people's opinions that because paper Magic is kind of not a thing right now.
Yeah, for the most part.
That Wizards is just directing all of its attention and love to Historic to kind of temporarily replace Pioneer as a format.
Mm-hmm.
Between Oath of Nissa just coming back and them actually banning a lot of cards from Historic.
Yeah.
make Historic an actual playable format, but not really caring about Pioneer at all.
Yeah, coupled with the fact that they didn't absolutely no ineffectual bans for Pioneer at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pushing it because like they're not dumb. The cards are really broken in Pioneer.
Yeah.
So it's a little scummy to see from them. It's a bit aggravating, and it's all about the money for them. So what I'm seeing here probably is going to happen is they're going to let Historic drag out for these few months, and then maybe beginning of 2020, boom, slap you Pioneer Masters coming out.
2021.
Or 2021 comes out. Maybe, mid 2021. Pioneer Masters, put some effectual bans out, and then they'll try to get your money that way. Could happen.
Yeah.
Easily.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
They are a company after all, and what do companies want? They want you to give them everything you got.
The way they're going about those, like, no rewards for anyone. I mean, especially MTGO players got to be just like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
I know some minority out there doesn't like playing Marina, prefers MTGO, and maybe they like playing Pioneer, and there's like, whatever. We don't care. You give us all the money we want from you at this point.
Right.
Yeah. It's a little bit like, it's a little shady from WotC that way.
For me, as somebody who likes to play a lot of Historic on Arena, doesn't affect me all that much because I kind of left Pioneer behind already once these
me too.
combo decks already came about. I left it.
Yeah, months ago.
Because obviously I liked Pioneer because I could just throw together any kind of deck and have a lot of fun. And right now, Historic is in that sort of a place. And I know that probably in a year or two it won't be. But
true.
Right now, Historic's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. There's all kinds of different new variations to decks. I mean, like, Grim Lavamancer goes into your mono red burn style decks with Skewer the Critics.
Maybe is it Wizards?
It Wizards with you got your
Adeliz and your obviously all those other cards. G2 Lavamancer I think is one of them.
Yeah, Lava Runner, one of those two. G2 something.
If you've played Mono Red in Arena, you know what we're talking about.
You know what we're talking about. Yeah, and then we have
Veto combo.
The Veto combo with
Veto, Exquisite Blood, Revival Revenge. There's a lot of combo potential there for that, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That deck's quite a powerhouse.
Elves is looking really cool right now, too.
Yeah, there's got to be. Now with Allosaurus Shepherd, that deck's got to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's looking really nice. Yeah, Historic overall right now is great. And I'm just happy that I enjoy Historic. So since I'm kind of forced to not play paper with anybody, well, besides you, it's nice to have another format beyond Standard to kind of go and brew different decks and just have fun coming up with random ideas that I think maybe will work.
Yeah, a lot more different deck potential, a lot more variety, absolutely.
When I'm playing the jank decks, though, I'll tell you, my constructed rank really starts to plummet because I come across, mono white life gain or,
goblins.
I mean, of course, Urza.
Uro. I hope Urza's not in Historic. No.
Uro, of course, is still in Historic, which
maybe Urza will get printed double masters.
Yeah, who knows? That would be, he could use a reprint.
I'd rather be banned. Nah, but we'll see what happens.
I wouldn't really care. I think he's a cool commander more than he is a.
Oh yeah, I have him in the I have him in the 99 of my Joy Refect commander deck.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
But yeah, so double masters, looking really fun. Jumpstart event on Arena was a lot of fun, and Historic is looking really promising right now. A lot of fun brewing. But I think that's where we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up.
One more thing I want to say. Witch of the Moors Jumpstart card. Fantastic. Love that card.
It is a fantastic
Nice job,
card.
WotC.
If you're going to leave this podcast with anything,
Witch of the Moors. It's a great card.
Play it in your decks.
Please.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.
Take it easy.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It helps us out a ton. And if you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing. Make sure you follow us on all our social media @Coast Lizards and have a fantastic day.